Wordies, welcome to another episode of A Word with Words, the podcast. It's your girl Bree Stories.
It's Aja Noasia.
And it's A Tati.
And we're here with our good friend Trey White.
What's up?
You know him. He's famous.
What?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure.
Mm-hmm. We're so excited to have you.
Yes.
So before we get into anything too deep and pressing, we have to do a check-in. So if you're not familiar with a check-in, all of us will go first and you'll slide right in. You'll slide right in at the end.
Not raw.
No, thank you. Condoms are important, and that is what we're here to teach you today.
Feel the same.
Surprise! This whole episode is about safe sex. No, it's not.
Here.
It's not.
You said you wouldn't be here?
You want to have
because you don't
sex?
support that?
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
You don't support sex?
I support it, but I don't want to have. I don't. If I can't fuck you without a condom, I don't want to fuck you.
How do you determine whether or not you can have sex with a condom without a condom with a person?
If I
Like that's your
trust
man
them,
type of thing?
yeah, I'll have to really trust them.
You don't have to see the papers that say negative on all the STDs and stuff.
It depends on
Just
what
saying.
type of vibe you give off to me. If I get the,
If you give off a herpes vibe,
if you give off a herpes vibe or anything, that I need antibiotics for, then I can't fuck you, period. I'm not even going to fuck you with a condom on.
Oh.
So it's pretty much either I'm fucking you without a condom or you don't fuck them at all.
No, I would fuck
Because you
somebody.
just said if they give off that vibe, then you're not fucking them at all.
No, guys, wait.
coming in hot.
Reel it in.
So, no, because I've had sex with a condom before, obviously.
That's not obvious though. That's a statement you just...
Guys, please.
What would
okay?
that be?
Right, after you specifically said, I'm not
Well, I
fucking
haven't had sex since I've been in a relationship, so now that I've tasted the forbidden
Well, you
fruit,
haven't had sex since you've been in a relationship?
since I haven't had sex since I've been in a relationship.
Since
Since
you've
I've been
been
out
not
of
in a relationship.
Like, that's a horrible relationship.
I was about to say, why aren't you fucking
Every
her?
time y'all been together, y'all just stopped having sex? That's
No,
terrible.
since I've been out of a relationship.
Like the whole time y'all
No.
was talking, y'all was fucking all the
every
So
day.
you only have sex when you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
That's
So-
smart.
Okay. And when you're in
Well,
a relationship,
Trey hates it.
Look,
Trey's
look, I'm
that's
like,
the
actually,
dumbest
well-
so
stuff.
you go raw in a relationship.
With my heart and vagina.
So you don't do like, I just met you at the club.
Oh no! I don't even go to the club.
Or I just met you.
Fine, at
I met
Kroger.
you at
At
Jules, Tinder.
If I met you at Mariano's, maybe, but not Jewel. No, I'm just joking.
Or my Whole
everybody.
Foods.
Whole Foods.
They could get
Yeah, I was
fucked.
gonna say Whole Foods.
Because he
you
got
a
good
little bit
credit.
of money.
He got good
You got a little
credit.
bit of money.
Wow.
I'm just
Let's
joking.
go ahead and check in.
Okay.
Tati, how about you go next?
Okay. So physically, I feel warm. Not hot, but
Toasted.
warm. I do feel warm, which means I have the possibility of being hot by the end of the episode.
Cool. What makes you hot?
Oh.
I'm just like-
We're like the studio audience at Moesha.
Look at how look.
Oh, but-
That's a messy one.
We're the studio audience at Moesha.
We're gonna do a whole episode.
Like, oh.
I wasn't gonna go too far.
We're gonna do a whole episode
Me Too
about
is
that
going
one
on.
day.
Me Too.
Oh, yeah,
We're gonna do a whole
yeah.
episode about
Don't make this a me three.
So,
That's for
okay.
3.
And emotionally, I feel happy. And my attention is on staying in a happy place
Yeah, God.
and making that not just be a moment and in a lifestyle in a sense.
Yes.
And spiritually, I feel spiritually. Spiritually, I feel
Shit, heathen. Nothing?
I don't know. Spiritually, I think I don't know. I'm
You
cool
fuck with
it.
God.
So spiritually, I think I feel like I said this a lot, but grounded. I feel like I said that a lot for my
That's
spiritual
good.
thing. So yeah, I'm still same OG.
Cool.
Even though I got my own.
That's a good song. Hey guys, I mean, hey, you all. I am still struggling to stop saying guys. I don't want to say that.
Ask a hotep and never mind. Never mind.
Did I tell y'all that that's my bio in Tinder? It just says, just no hoteps for the love of God.
I got a hotep story after all of this is all said and done.
When everything is done. Physically, I feel big. I have obviously... Let me finish, please.
I thought about Doug when they wore
Big,
those big suits.
Big.
I don't remember that.
They had huge suits on.
Big, think big.
Yeah.
Big. One little voice. You don't remember that? Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. You
So
remember-
anywho,
Okay.
so physically I
We
feel
gonna talk
big.
about it later.
Obviously, I'm not a small, tiny tot. But also, I've been around the same size for a while now, you know? Like, I've definitely progressed into this weight, but I didn't just get this way last week. But I am having my first, like, big issues, one of which are adult smells. Crevices don't smell good. I get musty in the crevice between my pussy and thigh meat. It's not fun. It's not.
Fast. That's what the nigga
And you can smell it?
fast.
No,
Like,
like
from where you
if I
That ain't your bad.
no.
I'm like, I've been big for a
I-
while,
no.
girl. And I ain't smelled nothing.
Look, I'm like,
No, I can tell what it is because I know what like must smells like. You know what I'm saying? Like because you hold your arms down and you sweat, it has a certain smell. And I had my first experience today where I was like,
Is that my leg?
I was like, that's definitely not
Is
what
that
pussy,
my
I know what
kneecaps?
pussy smells like, you know.
And what's making you cry?
Could y'all stop, please? No, this is a pivotal moment in my life.
Were you emotional about that?
No, it was just like, damn.
My
Damn.
ass is smelling.
Like, I mean, at the same time, though, it is 80-something degrees, and I did wear black jeans and, like, a dark, like, I've been out all day, you know? And
so right now you probably have a smell.
it probably doesn't smell good. No, I have wipes that are supposed to be for pooping. But I used them today to clean my crevices because I was
and
like,
it still wasn't smelling good?
no, that's not what I'm saying.
We're so
But I'm
concerned.
saying-
We're like, Bree, if this problem continues, you should
You gotta go to the
go
doctor, baby.
consult your doctor.
I have my annual appointment on the 20th, so that's Friday. I will talk to her about my DAS smell. But that was just like, it blew my mind today. I was like, because first of all, I never dealt with smells, period. Because I went so long without even sweating. Like, I didn't even break a sweat for so long. And now that I'm an adult, I'd be like,
that's a problem
first
within
of all,
itself.
yeah, that was wild. I was probably dehydrated, but thinking I was cute. Being like, I don't sweat.
They like, yeah, bitch,
no,
something wrong with
bitch,
you.
you going to be dead at 32. No, but
That's damn near tomorrow.
I did not sweat for so long. So now that I sweat, I'm always appalled by how, like, I get very sweaty.
Right.
Like my titties are like huge now, and like under here, it is a problem. Feel it. It's an issue under there.
Why would she
But
want to feel it?
That means
Damn.
you just get extra wet in other places.
you heard it here first.
You gotta-
So everybody swiping left on me. So what you
Just
missing
know that
out-
y'all missing
just
out.
know that's what you missing
Wait.
out on.
Wet
Wait,
thighs,
wait,
wet
wait,
arms,
wait,
wet pussy.
Wet thighs. That's
can
gonna be
slip
my
and slide
bio on
over her whole
Instagram now.
body.
Wet thighs, wet arms, wet pussy.
I like it.
Okay, all right, I'm done playing. Okay, so physically, that's how I feel, and now it's even worse because y'all got me worked up. Emotionally, thank you, love. Thank you, my love.
I feel like I'm at church. This is how they pay you at church.
Please. Emotionally, I'm feeling joy. I've been going through a very interesting time the past couple of weeks, in and out of depression, in and out of just like my own like self-prescribed isolation. It's just been a weird space. And today I felt, I know. And I cried. I just sent me a text the other day, and it just said, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl, why?" And then she was just like, "I don't know, something just told me to check on you." And I just started crying. And then I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks." But I was happy about that because, yeah, I be fucking going through stuff, guys. You know, my therapist thinks that she can just go on fucking vacation. You cannot go on vacation, girl. Like, I need my
We
weekly
literally
shit.
just joked about that like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
About you saying like, of course I'm not the crazy one that like, I'm not freaking out because my therapist got something to do.
No,
and now
but-
we're like a week later and you like, you can't.
No, because she was gone for the 4th of July, and then when I came back, I was like, yeah, G, you left and shit hit the fan. I ain't seen you in 2 weeks. And it's been wild. Like, it's been OC. But anyway, emotionally, I'm feeling immense joy. My attention is currently on a secret project, and spiritually, I feel... Spiritually, I feel like Beyonce.
Okay.
Oh.
Aja Noege.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you.
Physically, I too am sweaty and hot. My thighs don't smell though.
Y'all don't have to act like that's just like an isolated issue. More people
I
go
know,
through that,
baby.
I'm sure.
I know you got you're not the only one.
If
okay?
you smell things
I
between
know
your
you're
pussy,
not the only one.
no, please DM me if you feel that way. At Bree Stories.
Bree
I was like, don't DM her.
At Bree underscore Bree dot stories.
Because they gon'
They
write
sending you pictures of thighs.
be like, what the fuck?
You gonna start getting like just close up of thighs.
No, that's what I was about to say. Don't send me
Like-
no pictures of your pussy.
Like, girl, I got the sweat too. Look.
So physically, I too feel hot and sweaty. Sorry. Emotionally, I had an emotional moment this week. I've been telling y'all the last few weeks I haven't been emotional.
it was bound to happen.
But it was only because I was watching I'm menstruating, and I was watching a movie from my childhood, and it just really just made me cry.
What movie was it?
A Little Princess.
What is
Everybody
that?
stop! It's about this girl. Okay, this girl, her dad is in the army or whatever, so he goes to fight. What's World War I? He goes to fight.
What's
the fucking world.
Yeah,
what you mean?
No, I'm saying like what two countries were fighting. Anyway, he goes to fight in World War I,
what's World War
and
I?
they come back and she at like a boarding school for girls. So the dad goes to
So she gay now.
the dad goes to World War I to
You
fight.
hate chunks like that. Stop.
You right. Okay.
And she's at the school and they're paying for like the school or whatever, and whoever's in charge of like her trust fund comes to the school and tells the head mistress like that.
You're literally talking about
the school and tells the head mistress that the father has died in combat.
Oh, no.
So then they cut the girl off. They made her go sleep in the attic with the black girl. Told her she was the help and she couldn't like go to the school no more. Whole time her dad is next door. He got amnesia and he blind. He can't see. So the head mistress told her she was stealing. She like, no, I'm not stealing. So she run next door and she cried.
She did not say no, I'm not.
And she runs next door and she in the corner crying and her dad still got amnesia, so he don't know it's her. He like, why are you crying, little girl? And she like, she said her name.
She don't look at him and say dad?
No, she don't look at him and say dad. So she told him her name, and then she looked up and recognizes her father. She was like, Papa, you gotta remember me. And he was like, I'm sorry.
Ooh, that would make me cry
And
too.
no. So then, like, they were from India originally. So the man next door had a helper who was Indian, and like the Indian man came up to him and like stood next to him and just made him remember. And the dad ran. It was raining. And the dad ran outside. And he was like, Sarah! And I was like,
She was gone by that time?
no, they were trying to arrest her. The police was trying to take her.
Oh, because she had stole.
Yeah.
What did
no,
she
she
steal?
did
Food?
steal a locket. That her own daddy had gave her the locket, but the lady took it.
What was the moment that made you
Why
cry?
When the daddy came and rescued her from the police.
Oh, you got through all of that without crying?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I would have cried.
Yeah.
I would've
They
cried at
took
Ryan
her
in
possessions
Amnesia.
Yeah.
and she tried to steal them back.
Yeah.
And they were arrested.
Well, she didn't steal them back. The girls in the school actually stole them for her. But
So she made some friends.
yeah, because
That's what's up.
everybody liked her because she was just like an upbeat spirit, and it was just a really beautiful.
She was kind of like
movie.
Annie. Annie was real upbeat.
The
Annie-
white
Annie was-
version or the black version?
Both. They was both orphans, but real happy. That's
I really
remarkable.
don't like the black version of Annie.
Damn.
Yeah, me neither.
I never saw it. So.
I'm not a fan of the video.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I like the original.
Who was the black girl? Wasn't that the
Quadrant.
girl from
Quadrant, right?
Oh, is that the girl from 12 Years a Slave? Am I making that up?
No, that is no.
She was in
She one of them slave
She was,
movies.
no, it wasn't a slave movie. It was about New Orleans. No, it wasn't that. It was about New Orleans flooding. And she had
That's
to
what
find her
Cameron
daddy.
Diaz,
Ah,
right?
yeah.
Cameron
Yeah.
Diaz is in the black one.
Yeah.
But she was in something else
She was in 12 Years a Slave.
or something like that.
I don't know.
She is in something else. That little girl is in something else. What is she? I don't know.
She's
She looked like she got an attitude.
We haven't got the Trey.
But I like that.
Emotionally, that's how I feel. My attention is on just trying to cool off. I'm fucking hot. Spiritually, I feel spiritually amazing. I'm just in a good space in my life right now. I'm getting blocked on social media. You know, I ain't did nothing to nobody, but
You just got blocked by a new person?
no.
Chronicles of
Oh.
the Fat Pussy
I was like,
Princess.
God.
No.
Okay, Trey.
Okay.
Do you think you got it, or you
Trey.
need the acronym?
I was like, yo, sure.
I would have to do
Do people sing Trey
Physical.
songs to you all the time?
all the time.
Bottoms up, bottoms up. I'm just,
Not
Yeah, I do
probably.
just like the track.
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Well, on the radio they have like a little drop and they have that Nicki Minaj.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
So physically,
Yes.
physically I feel great. Like I'm about to turn 30 in October
That's amazing. October what?
26.
Oh, you're not a Libra, but that's
Scorpio.
okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I
So
love it.
yeah, so physically I feel great. Like I feel like I'm in my bestest shape.
Yes.
Just working out and just got this little, me and the guys, we got like this little health challenge going on right now. So it's just keeping us focused.
I need those types of friends.
Yeah.
My friends buy me fucking frozen pizza and enable my behavior completely.
Well, so
Now, ain't that some shit?
I'm sorry.
When you trying to help somebody out
It's okay.
and be nice.
No, I appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
So physically I feel great. What was the other one?
Emotionally.
Emotionally I feel better.
Oh, yay.
I recently
Better.
got out
I
of
like
a
that word.
situation with a chick that kind of,
She didn't deserve it.
oh man, it
She watching
was.
this. What you want to say to her?
That's what they do on Love and
You know,
Hip
I'm
Hop
not even
reviews
gonna
and
say
stuff.
that.
Like, so if she was
At one
watching-
point, I was very like mean about it, but now like I wish them the best.
Yeah.
And,
You'd be like, bitch, I'm on the radio.
yeah.
That's what you
And that's the thing. So somebody had
You
to
want
tell
the
me.
couch.
Somebody had to tell me like they're always gonna hear me. So like, and that's what's weird about me. Like if you break up with me, a guy, as long as I still have a
bitch.
job, you still gonna hear me or hopefully see me soon
In
or
these
something.
streets.
Yeah.
So that that's your fault. But then
Yeah.
I think what the hardest thing with that situation was I never like had a heartbreak. I'm about to be 30. So like this recent situation kind of really got to me. But then it made me think I'm in a business where I have to have people like me. And I've been in this job, I've been in this game for about 9 years now. So like, and my job is based on people liking me or people listening to me, people checking for me. And when someone completely just goes away,
Yeah.
I think it hurts me because I'm just like, dang, I don't know how,
That's so real.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm so nice.
Yeah.
I'm so fun.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be fun, I try to be nice, I try to, my job is to make people happy. So like,
Yeah.
when someone's not happy with me, it kind of got to me. But I got over it. So,
So, before
not
that,
too much, right?
so like this past week, well actually these past 2 weeks have been very like spiritual. Like I've got back with people, I've been around people. Because when you're around toxic stuff or you're going through situations, you don't like to be around people. Like that's how I was. I cut people off, got off social media, which is my job. Just did a whole bunch of dumb stuff.
How'd you pull that off?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
that's
But
what's up.
until my friend was like, "What are you doing? Like you tripping?"
Yeah.
So I've just been around family and just people that I love, and not talking to no chicks and nobody, just
Yeah.
getting back to that, ignoring messages and stuff like that. So we getting back to the.
He's
to
so
that.
happy. He's proud of himself.
I am. Like I feel so good.
I
Like
thought you were
love
saying
that.
that Michael was so proud of him. Like he was back there like,
no, like I just feel
Here we
really,
go.
really, really, really good. This last week was amazing.
Yeah.
I had a little setback Saturday, but I'm good. And then hashtag
setback Saturday.
But then today I feel
That's
so I feel like I'm doing good. I've been reading my affirmations and
Yes, affirmations.
doing my stuff. So I'm getting better.
What's one of your favorite affirmations? We talked about this last week.
I'm just now getting into the whole
I know,
affirmation.
but what
thing.
feels good to you when you hear it or say it?
Um,
Make one up.
I love when somebody said a setback is nothing but a setup.
Yeah.
I love that, because we all go through situations in life, but some, which I feel like make us stronger. So
Yeah.
like from this situation, I've learned
Definitely.
about myself, what I like, what I don't like, and things that because I might have done some crazy stuff too. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say that I was perfect in it. So I just learned about myself, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wish her the best.
I want to know what you did.
Ooh.
I didn't do nothing.
You
The
said
thing
you might have
is-
did something. He said,
Right.
Well, you just
I'm
said
talking
you did
about like
something crazy.
just like no, nothing crazy like that, but just like
Talk
different.
about, okay, my baby mama
Moments.
might have beat her ass at the club. But that's no reason for you to not call me back.
Well, no, because when you talk to someone and it just ends, you start thinking about everything, like
Yeah.
from the day y'all met to just different
Yeah.
situations that might have happened.
Yeah.
And so I could just think of one situation where I feel like I kind of went overboard, but I mean, it wasn't even overboard.
Tell us.
No, it was.
It was bad because that's how you won't repeat it.
No, it wasn't. Basically, we had a mutual friend, and
You
we were
fucked
going.
her?
No, I'm not
Oh.
that type of guy.
Okay.
But
You
the
said,
friend, I was
"You
mad.
fucked her."
I was mad at her for something, and then I had went outside the group and I texted her, and they were together, and it was some stupid. But I didn't do
So you was-
nothing.
You
Yeah.
text your mutual friend to talk about her.
Yeah,
And,
Oh.
and the friend told her.
yeah.
Your
Also, the friend
your
bogus. That's your
friend-
friend.
Yeah, that's not.
Why was she
that's
not
not
Yeah,
bad at all.
so-
No,
Now I'm mad at her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not
I
like
want you,
If
Trey.
that's your real life
Yeah.
friend, then that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
No.
so
And
needless
she
to
said
say, I'm
it.
over it.
Yeah,
Both
yeah,
of them
yeah.
at your life.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
Like the mutual friend.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I'm
don't
good.
like her either.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Talk about I don't like her either.
I'm straight.
We got
so
your back.
I wish them the best.
Yeah.
You can
I
text
love
us.
it.
What was the other
What
one?
is your attention currently on?
My attention is currently on like work and
Yeah.
just being focused, getting back to what makes me feel good and happy and stuff like that. So that's like my attention.
I love
My
it.
family, friends. That's it, honestly.
Awesome.
Honestly.
And how do you feel spiritually?
Spiritually, I feel good too though. Like I started going back to church,
Oh, that's what's up.
started doing that. So
Michael will be there next Sunday.
I will not be there.
What church home do you go to?
New life.
Oh, don't know it.
Oh yeah, new life.
New life, not new faith.
New life.
Okay.
John
Said
Hannah.
don't know.
Oh,
Hannah.
Pastor Hannah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh.
I
UIC.
yeah, it's UIC, but
Oh,
they have
yes,
they're
yes,
building
yes,
a church
yes.
out south. So
Okay,
My
yeah.
best friends go there too.
okay. So yeah, so I've been doing that.
Yeah.
So and then, is that it? What's the other one?
That's
That's
it.
it. You made
You
it.
did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yay.
Mine's kind of boring. I don't.
No, it's not.
I don't have any
That
bad
was you.
smells.
That was you. It's
Uh,
not a bad
I mean, not
smell.
a bad. I don't have any like physical.
No weird smell.
It
I mean, I
just-
got like men smell. When I'm sweating my.
It just
private
smells like
area.
sweat.
Yeah,
That's what it smells
But I don't
like.
have like no. Damn.
Nothing alarming.
That Negro.
It's
stank.
just that I
Yeah,
never
have that.
smelled that before. I never smelled things on myself
Yeah.
before. So I was like,
Well,
wow.
yesterday I was at the Taste and I did get extremely musty. Like
You forgot to put on deodorant?
I didn't forget, but
That's
the deodorant
the
wore
best.
off being outside like that for
Yeah,
5
I heard
hours,
That's not fun.
jumping around, taking pictures with people.
Yeah.
So that. Yeah. Well, no. So
Somebody
It's
blogged
on the
about
shade
that.
room.
Yeah.
the fans
Y'all
were
did
like,
y'all
Did you? Like, I was like,
That's
No.
the thing.
So like
Like-
when I know I ain't right, I purposely keep everything kind of.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, he's stiff
See,
as fuck.
that, you can
Alright,
appreciate you can really appreciate the self awareness though, because too many people. Have you ever been around a person who is just like loose
Yeah.
with their body, and it's like you don't
don't
know that
smell
you
this?
smell like that?
Yeah.
Like that's oh fucking see.
Or
Yeah.
the ladies at church who make you lay down on their lap and they pussy stink.
Were you abused?
You never had to lay down on somebody
Never
at
had to.
church.
No.
No. What?
Well,
What was
in preschool I did. So in
Oh.
preschool I did. It was just late. First of all,
preschool?
had to? Like you were made.
I was like, I was there.
No.
Y'all never got sleepy at church and the
No.
all ladies in church
No.
was just like, lay down, baby. And you just
No.
laying down. You was like, whoa. The mother of the church.
so as a kid,
I didn't know nobody in church but my mama.
Oh,
So maybe
y'all ain't go enough.
As a young man growing up, I had like I used to have this fetish where when women would get up as a kid, I would sniff a chair, and my mother would be like, I'm sorry. My mother would be like she would have to grab me, and we would be in public, and I would sniff chairs.
He has a thing for smells.
Like women that you knew, or it could be
no,
like strangers?
No, it would be a stranger. We could have been on the
just
bus.
Because it was a woman.
Now that's bro.
We could have been anywhere.
I love
and
that.
Now,
I just imagine your mama just when people get up, she just
grabbing me.
I love that.
Yeah, I used to sniff
That's
chairs,
amazing.
and then I used to. Now to this day, like if I hug a woman, I sniff her hair.
Well, yeah,
I do.
yeah, that's normal.
Right. Everybody like, so you smell this.
No, my hair smells very nice. But I love
so
that.
I'm cool with that.
I love the origins of a fetish, because he probably does really weird shit in bed.
But I love the origin.
No, I do because you ever been like,
smell
have you ever
like
had
fire,
sex with a dude and like they do weird stuff, and you ever wonder like, where do you get like, how did that start?
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's a thing.
That's a good
No, that's a thing.
topic, too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, how does a foot fetish start?
We're doing a whole episode dedicated.
I know
Yeah.
who to
to
I know who you
sex.
can bring to talk to
Sex
about
things.
that.
Your ex.
Girl.
No. That girl was perfect.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. Trey, I'm sorry. This is a mess. But I had a question. Tell us about your other origins. How did you get into what you're into? Not the fetishes.
Oh.
Your
How
work.
did I get
your line
into
of work. The porn.
Oh,
The
porn. How did I get into what I do? So I used to want to be a weatherman.
That's so tight.
Yeah, I did, but I'm not good at math.
You gotta know math?
You
And
definitely gotta know
science.
that.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not this. I definitely tell kids go to school and do all that thing, but school was a struggle for me my whole life.
It's not fun.
So I never had like all A's and B's, and
I
never was
love
that
that.
kid.
I love
I was that. You walked across that stage, congratulations type person, like you made it. But I used to want to be a weatherman, and then I went to school in New Orleans, and I used to party like in college, and so I was doing party promotion, putting flyers on people's cars, doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I needed an internship with the mass communication program that I was in, and then I applied, and just so happened when I applied at a radio station down there in New Orleans, which is the same company as WGCI, iHeartMedia, I applied, and the lady who was over hiring the interns was my camp counselor back in Chicago when I was like 8.
Look at that.
God.
So
The universe
is
tight.
Yeah, so then I got on, and then I just needed an internship, and I was around people like on-air people,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, you can get paid for talking about this or paid to go party. So I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. And then that's how I kind of got into the business, and then I worked down there in promotions. I started in promotions. I always tell people to master what you were hired in and then move up. So I was in promotions, cleaning out vans, doing all the stuff that people say, cliche stuff, getting food, doing all that, whatever. Got hired in that, did all the events, and then one day I was just walking back with my old boss, who's my current mentor at the now, and I told him my interest about me being on air, and then he kind of gave me like a time to come up to the radio station and sit with a personality who didn't want nothing to do with me, only because people always show interest, but they never really follow through. So like, and that happens, and that's to me now. Like people always say, "Hey, I got interest in what you do. Can I come up and sit with you?" I'm like, "Yeah," but I'm not gonna follow up with you.
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
wanna do
keep.
it. Yeah.
I did all that, but now like if you really want to do it, you're gonna come up like I did. So anyway, so I got on that way, and then I got on air. I was a junior in college working at the radio station, so I was on air. A girl got pregnant, so she was about to have her baby, so I needed somebody right away. So then I kind of got on. I was doing overnights. I was working like 3 jobs, and I worked at the Gap, Sears, Outback Steakhouse.
You look like you worked at the Gap.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah, I worked at the Gap.
I did.
That was I love that. I was 50%. I got 50% off at Gap,
I would love
That's
that.
a
Banana,
great
and
discount.
Old Navy. Yeah.
Wow.
So my whole closet was Gap. And then I got on, and then when I graduated college, applied to work at WGCI, didn't get the job, took 2 years. they had an opening again, and I applied, and I finally got the job, and I moved back home.
That's awesome.
So we're here now.
And here you are.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the trajectory of it because I feel like we don't always hear that. I always feel like we hear kind of the opposite.
Oh yeah,
we
no,
hear
no.
about the straight A students who like.
Oh hell no! I had a learning disability growing up. I was in remedial classes from elementary school to high school to even college. Remedial math and reading and speech problems and all this stuff. Stuff that people said I would never do is my profession, which is just
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you have to
really
do all that.
Amazing.
yeah. So it's really weird, but it's also I feel like it inspires. Like when I tell my story, people always kind of really pay attention because, you know, I mean, it's just my truth. So yeah.
I love that.
it.
That's what it's all about. That is life as a catalog for you over there, high schooler, wondering what
Sitting
you're
on
going
the
to do with your
couch,
life.
watching your life pass you by.
Never mind, because I would really do it. We're gonna get back to some radio stuff because we definitely want to dive into just some details about that in the grand scheme, and we know that we can touch on that. But for now, we want you to just like get into this trash because there's so much of it, you know. And this, you do this every day, you know what it's about.
Yeah. There's some stuff I don't care about, but I know that I got to.
Oh my God, most things I don't care about.
Yeah, I got to. So
Most things.
are we gonna talk about Cardi B?
Yeah.
Now
She dust it.
Now I feel like her private area probably smells.
Oh.
Just from that photo, she
Let's
looks
play guess that
uncomfortable.
smell. Let's play guess that
She
smell.
looks like it's probably hot. These lights are hot here, so she has
Yeah.
a whole nother baby. What's the baby name? Couture? What's the baby's name?
Culture.
So she was pregnant with Culture,
Yeah.
and that you know, even though she's naked,
Yeah.
all that hair too. Like I always
Yeah.
wonder, do y'all be hot under all that?
I don't
I've
get hair
never
that
worn
big.
a wig,
Yeah, I've never worn a wig.
so I don't know what that feels like.
But I did remember in the earlier where we were as a podcast day, I had like a big
the crochet.
Yeah. That was like the most hair I ever had on my head though.
Now you don't.
I had way more on my puss, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Well, so you know what I'm saying? It's kind
Culture.
of
Her name is Kiari, right?
Kiari. That's
I wish it was-
that's Offset's name.
His
His middle
Offset's name is Kiari.
Yeah, his name is Kiari.
name. His first name?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was his middle. It might be his first.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
So her whole name is him. I wish it had been the other way around. I wish
Kiari
it had
Culture.
Culture, that's what I wanted it.
Yeah,
to be.
no,
So
that would have
fucking-
made sense. But why would we also be sitting here expecting them to do things that make sense?
They gonna call her KK.
I mean, she's already calling her K. I just saw her, and that's the thing.
I
That's
don't
the
want to say culture.
That's the thing that, like, in my mind, I know that that's, like, cool, or it's, like, the thing to do because you got a whole lot of money. So, in your mind, like, my child doesn't have to worry about fucking, like, applications or anything like that. So, I can literally just choose a word, spell it however the fuck I want to spell it, and that could be my baby's name. But they're not calling these kids that. Like, even, like, Kim and Kanye, who named their child Chicago, which is even more reasonable to me than Culture. Not to shit on anybody's kids' names, but like they don't call her Chicago, they're calling her Shy. But like they're calling, and she's already calling the child K because you're not about to be like Culture. You're not gonna do that. And
What happened
that's
to
what's
names
annoying.
like Mildred or Doris?
Actually,
I
I
want those
names.
names. I would actually love
grandmother's name was
randomly.
Mildred.
Yeah, Dorothy.
Sorry.
I would
Margaret.
love for somebody to just. That's what my
Sorry.
grandma's name.
Margaret.
Just like a name though. And you know what bothers me more? This has nothing to do with anything, but it does. You know what irritates me? When people name their kids names that already exist but just have to spell it different. Like why do you, let me give you an example. Like why does your, fuck, I know one. Give me an example.
Why would you spell Brianna Brana and not Brann?
You spell both of those wrong. And because my parents know how to fucking spell. The issue with people who don't
I left out the whole I.
so it doesn't matter. No, that always gets under my fucking skin because I meet people every day whose name is Brianna, and they're like, my name is Brianna, and it's like, no, it's fucking not. Like that's not your name. But like your parents just don't know how to spell or read, and that's fine. But it's fine. I mean, it's fine, but no, I mean like real words, like naming. Fuck, I always
think of
look
one
at these.
too.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like naming somebody. And people don't be. Never
Or
mind.
what
I
if
can't
people?
say that name
I
'cause
know
that
a
person.
few.
Like if their name is Sunny and they spell it with an I at the end instead of the Y or something.
But
like
that to
type
me
of
is
thing.
even more
But
plausible.
that's what you mean, like
than-
changing letters.
Yeah,
just
unnecessarily.
to make
Well,
it look. People
but like-
spell my name.
well-
Like my name is Tatiana.
Well-
People spell that with a Y instead of like an I, like T-A-T-I. Like mine is T-A-T-I in it.
And
But I know
that's
people
how you
that are
spell
T-A-T-Y.
Tatiana. And that's Tatiana. Like that's Tatiana. And like that irritates me because like words are my fucking thing. Like you cannot math. You can stump me all day long. Like after the twos, I don't know how to multiply. Sorry,
But you don't know fives and tens.
I do know fives and tens.
And
But
11.
I'm just the 11s are obvious. But you know what I'm saying? But like words and like letters, like why don't you just name like if you want and then have the nerve to be like, no, her name is like this normal name, but it's like why would you spell it like that? I understand why they named her Culture with a K. I get it. But at the same time, it's like you didn't have to call her that.
And they named her that a long time ago. Cause I remember when she first did like interviews and was saying like I let my dude name her. Like
My
he
dude.
came up with it. She always calls him her dude. And she was like, I let him come up
That's
with the
what Michael
name.
says.
And to
My
see
dude.
Culture be the name that
Of
like he
course.
came up with a long time ago. Like, why the what?
He lucky
Like
that
Cardi.
Cardi is the way that she is.
Yeah, like Cardi,
because
you can-
I would
you
be
can
like,
speak
nigga, you
up,
got so
babe.
many kids already. No,
Like
you could have
we
been
get
did
it.
that.
You love him. Like I get, but you
Shit
you
dead
could have
as
shut that
fuck.
shit down.
I don't like.
Like,
First of all,
you
after you
know.
cheat on me, you not naming this baby. Done. It's fucking finished. You don't get to name the child.
I mean, you could have named it, but we gonna pick a better one.
no.
Like not the
I was
first,
like,
not
no.
the first guess. Like let's come back. Like let's
Come
reconvene.
again.
Yeah.
A lot of
Come
people-
up with
Kiari is a cute name.
right, and I wouldn't have minded Culture if
Kiari-
it was the middle name.
Kiari Culture is.
Yes,
Kiari
Culture
Culture has
was
such a better.
bottom.
I'm sorry. This was not supposed to be us bashing.
Oh, okay.
Cardi B. Because you were ready. You were about to be like,
No,
tag
no,
me
I
in.
like Cardi B. I do.
No,
I do.
I love
But
Cardi
you think
B.
she smells?
Well, just from
It just
no.
look.
Let me just say this
Now
because
the more I look at it,
in
it
case I
does.
ever make this, if I ever
Guys,
make it really,
stop.
really big, and this interview comes back up
It's
about me
happening.
talking about her, I would. I don't say. I'm just saying from that photo, it just looks uncomfortable, and I know it's probably hot. And you were talking about crevices.
She's
smelling.
a lot smaller though.
So,
you know?
yeah.
But it does
Just
look
from this
like
photo.
because her leg is like up and not all the way over. It looks like if she does this, it's wet. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's moist in there.
But it probably smells like body butter or something.
I don't think Cardi B smells.
I don't think
No,
she
no, no.
smells bad. I just
And
think
I'm
she.
mad.
Oh no, y'all said she smells.
No,
already.
absolutely not. And I
Like-
met her, and she's very, really, really, really nice.
Oh,
No,
And
when you
it's
see
so
her
funny
again.
because I met her when nobody really was just like.
Fucking
I
with
personally
her.
thought it was gonna be like like a little phase,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw the drive and just her story. I think it's definitely inspiring. So I do like her and I like her story, and she's
Yeah.
really, really nice. But I'm just talking about the photo.
she's
right
just
now.
moist between her legs. That's
Yeah.
I just wanted to say congratulations to them.
That
Y'all done came and talked about the baby name and said her mama stank.
Her
And
mama doesn't
talked about
stink.
her daddy name and y'all
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
y'all just mean.
I'm just gonna call that child Kiari. I mean, I don't have to call the child anything.
just
I
call
don't know
her-
them.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna call.
I don't know them. But the fact that whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, so Snoop Dogg, apparently everybody's favorite uncle, apparently then got caught up in a little cheating scandal
Which is
with a little
hot.
girl
Like,
named.
Look at that fucking picture.
Stop it, y'all.
Look at the fucking picture he's sent her.
A real
Michael did that
uncle.
on purpose.
A real life uncle from the barbecue. So, okay, Black Widow. Black Widow, if you don't know her real name is like Selena Powell. Selena
You taking like an old man.
something.
So-
Her
I
real
think it
name
is
is
Selena Powell.
Selena Powell, I believe.
I made that up.
Everybody refers to her as Black Widow.
Uh-huh.
Which is wild.
And she's like the new age like Cat Stacks,
Which is
in a
crazy
way.
that
Like
there's
she goes out of her way to like try to like set people up, put people on blast. She fakes being pregnant by Offset
Which-
at one point in time, and that came out as it was a lie. She was just lying. But anyways, she goes on social media and she posted some receipts because this time I think because she didn't got caught lying so many times, she was ready with her receipts this time around. So it's like text message threads between her and Snoop and him asking her like them talking about when he's gonna fly her out. He really wants to see her. Like she's sending him some not revealing pics, but like sexy pics. He sent her a kind of
I'm just confused.
Snoop
So
Dogg pic.
you're Snoop Dogg, and
Yeah.
you see the stuff that he's doing with other people. So why
Right.
do you talk to
Yeah,
her? And then
that's what I
you,
don't
and
understand.
then you're
But
married, bro.
yeah,
like
that's
you're
what
married, you
makes
shouldn't even talk to her at all.
Possible plot twist. He
Okay.
then shortly after that posted on social media about, I got a new show coming out called Clout Chasers. Like, everybody tune in. So it's people are debating on like,
Is she one of the
like,
guests?
yeah, like, first of all, people are debating on if that's even a real thing. Like, does he really
show?
have a show
Oh.
coming out called Clout Chasers? Or was this him just like talking shit like, guess what, y'all? I got a show coming out called Clout, just because of what was
Just because-
happening.
right.
So it's like, so we don't know if he was just talking shit or he really does have a show coming out and this is just all like promo
Part of it.
for
Well, if
what's to come.
if he has a show, I think this is great.
Yes, that would be
Publicity.
amazing.
Great publicity.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Great marketing.
Yeah.
Snoop is obviously smart.
Yeah.
I love the Martha Stewart show.
Yeah, I
now.
love that.
I fucking
That show
love
is hilarious.
That show.
So, if
I wanna
anything,
go
I feel
on
like
that
it is
show.
it's a good marketing ploy.
Yeah.
I personally don't think Snoop is that dumb.
You can't.
But at the same time, he is getting older, so he might just be.
and he
That's
smokes
what
a
I
lot.
said.
He
I
smokes
said
a lot.
like he really like everybody refers to him as Uncle Snoop, and like he really could be like
An
the
uncle.
uncle that really don't know who she is. Like
Yeah.
you know he's not like hip to the world and everything that's happening. So he really could have just been blindsided.
Also, I have a question. The fact that she posted these screenshots and only blurred out the last 3 numbers, if I was thirsty enough, I could figure his number out easily. Like, there's only 3 numbers missing. That bothers me.
Yeah, that bothers me. She also put out a recording of her on FaceTime with him too. Like she had like
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
recording her while she
Which
was on FaceTime.
I don't know. This y'all see, and that's the thing. Like, this is awful to say, but it's good to me that for every nigga that is this fucking stupid, there is a woman on earth that is this thirsty and this just like this bad of a person, like this type of person to where it's like, I'm about to catch you up in everything you say and do because you're stupid as fuck. Like, if this is real, you're so stupid. You're stupid. Like, anybody who
Dumb.
would lie about a pregnancy, you should steer clear from her. What was she
Yeah.
able to say or do that'll make you be like, yeah, I'm motherfucking be sending her
Yeah,
neck
of
up?
all the people,
Like,
Yeah.
what? Because you can, this is Snoop Dogg. He can walk in anywhere and leave with anybody.
Yeah.
I believe that with a fact.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For a
definitely.
fact. That's not how words work. But anyway.
But
fuck
everybody
that.
don't know who she is, so he really could have just not known. Because I've heard of like the name like Black Widow per se, but like if she walked
Right.
up in here, I wouldn't be like, that's
I wonder how they
like,
met.
I wouldn't know.
Right.
How did they meet? This is-
Instagram is a
It's a
something-
motherfucker.
It's
It's
a hell of a drug.
Yes.
Um,
it is.
On to other petty things. I have a petty question from one of our wordies. His name is @EverybodyLovesJG. So I'm going to paraphrase his question just to make it more fun. So, Trey, you are to think of this from the perspective of a man
okay.
who's getting this from his woman.
Top.
We're gonna think of it from the perspective of women getting this from our man. If we decided, like, let's venture off mentally. We've gotten all the way to the point where we've decided to have a threesome, right? We've gotten all the way to the point where we've agreed we're gonna have a threesome. Would you allow your partner to bring the person without any of your input? Like, you just tell them, I'm getting a hotel, it's on the 8th floor, here's the key, and you get to just show up with anybody. Would you allow that to happen? How much do you trust your partner? Michael says no immediately.
That
Why?
doesn't even make sense.
Why?
Like, in my mind, if I'm thinking of the way, that's just like me saying, would I trust one of my friends, like my best friend, to just bring a guy, and that's who you're gonna go home with? Like, would I just trust you? And it's just like, now you're not talking about a blind date. Like, not like no, like I don't trust you to really pick out what I'm specifically looking for, especially because I could be attracted to a plethora of different things. It's like little nuance, like anything could be like what could attract me to a certain person.
Tell
So
us.
no,
Tell us more. Tell us what you're attracted to.
Like, wasn't like I could be dating a person
With a huge dick.
no. Like say for instance I'm dating like a nerdy guy, like in some form or way or something. And say because he's a nerdy guy, he might could assume like she's attracted to this. So I can bring a nerdy girl or a nerdy guy to the party and that's what she likes. When it could be like, no, there was something unique and special about
But
you.
what if you gave him all of your hard limits, like this is what we're not gonna do, this is what I'm down for, and then would you let him roam free and find a person if you felt like you gave him exactly what you wanted?
I mean, now that's different then, because that's not necessarily going in blind.
Okay.
That's like a literal,
But you
like,
would not
that's
trust-
like we sat down and said, blonde, brunette, this, and
Right.
this. So then it's like, yeah, I would trust you. Cause
But you wouldn't trust him to be like, so you were down to have a threesome? Yes?
Yeah,
okay,
you
I'm about
bring
to
a
go get
person?
her.
No.
Okay,
No.
got it. What about you, Trey? Would you just let your girl just bring any old girl back? I feel like it's different for guys.
Not to the house. We would have to do it in public. I like
Public?
meet in public.
Like at a
See, that's what he used to do at the Gap.
Yeah.
He did it already before.
No, like we
He
meet
did
in
it
public
already.
and I just tell my girl like, nah, you can't bring her. Don't do it. Because I've reached
So
the
you
point.
saying you wouldn't trust it then?
No, you wouldn't.
Right.
So what kind of thing would happen that would make you be like, nah, not her? What is that girl like that you look at and it's like,
You know what?
not you?
Like you kind of said, like it's so
Small
many
new
different varieties
things.
of women, you know, and I like all types of women. So it's not like,
Me too.
oh, so it's just like all different types of women. So it's like it's not just one particular thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just depends on if the vibe. Like I'm beyond that point in my life where I just need to have or be with every girl. I don't like now. I'm old enough where for when I have self-control, and then it's just like, you know, I gotta feel it. So
I wish you would have talked to my granddaddy before he died.
why you say that? Well, you know what? It's funny because I think that generation of grandfathers, like my grandfather has like 10 kids.
See, well, my granddaddy
I
only had one
realize-
kid, but he just could not keep it together.
Oh,
He cheated until the day he died.
but you know, I think that was.
Oh, you
I
wanted
think that
him to
was
talk
common.
sense into him. And
Oh.
be like, come on, man.
But no, because like my grandparents slept in separate rooms my whole life, and I used to think that was
My
normal.
grandparents too.
But then as
Oh,
I've
that's
gotten
not
older,
bad.
the stories have come out. My grandfather was just out here, and my grandmother didn't want to just break up her family. You know, so
yeah.
yeah.
That's sad. See, my grandparents sleep in separate rooms because my grandpa snore real loud.
That's
But
what
they fuck in the common areas though.
So on the couch.
Yeah, I feel like my grandparents, a lot of my grandparents live in separate rooms, but it's not necessarily because of them not nothing between them like emotionally. It's more so because of like, you know, you get older, people have back problems, people have like, you know, like they need their like.
I was gonna say, what if it's something else though? Now I'm
It's
scared.
really infidelity
Now they
now.
so what is
like-
really infidelity? That's
No,
wild.
not in my family.
You're like, my family doesn't do that.
We
We're-
treat each other with love and respect.
We're cut from a different cloth. Okay, Aja, would you allow your man to bring anyone back? She's like, okay, guys, this happened.
I hated that chuckle.
I would.
She said,
I would allow him to bring her back because I would want to be like, okay, so this the bitch you've been fucking around with behind my back. This the bitch this who them messages from me on phone. See? I ain't stupid. You ain't just find this bitch off the street. You have her number in your favorites.
your face.
No,
Like T-Mobile in 2008?
So she's on your top 10, your 5. She's on my 5.
Top 8
So
on my
I'm gonna be like, yeah, you can bring her, and then we're gonna go to the hotel, and I'm gonna beat both of their ass because you knew he had a woman. Because you came up here too easy because he said my girl she want to try something, so you knew he had a girl, and then you've been fucking around on this bitch since before. So
See, that's not how this is supposed to go.
that's what it is.
The question was.
So that's a no as well.
Right.
No, it is because I want to meet the bitch.
Michael?
No. Unless we're going through all the details, yeah. 'Cause you know what I like, but nah.
He knows what you like.
What about you?
Me? I don't ever want to have a threesome again.
Oh.
Ever. But if I did, it would be solely to please my partner, and I think in which case they would have to pick it because I'm so unenthused by the whole thing. It would just be like, this is literally for you. So I'm not going to go pick a person because that would be for me. But this is your thing. You pick the bitch. I will have the home kits and make sure she doesn't have the HIV virus. And like, and that's
How
it.
long those taste?
This
It don't
3
take
girls?
long.
3
Test
girls?
take.
Me? No.
Oh, you were just playing.
No.
The threesome just wasn't 3 girls.
I was waiting for follow-up question. No, I had a threesome a long time ago. It was just awful. It wasn't good. It wasn't fun to me, and I concluded that that's not my style of sex.
Were you in a relationship?
Nope.
Oh, so y'all just was just set up like, hey,
We were
let's
just
have
having a good
threesome.
time.
It was the 70s. It was Woodstock. It was the 70s.
I know, like,
When
No,
everyone
where y'all
was
at?
having a good
Paint-
time.
Paint the
and-
picture.
it was the end of the night. I'll paint
Okay.
the picture. It was the end of the night. You know when you're real drunk and you end up at White Castle?
Yeah.
That night, you know. Saw the dude that I was talking to. Hey, what's up? My friend is like, yo, you know what we should do?
You had a crave
and I was
case.
like, nah.
That's how he got y'all back to the room. He said, I got a crave case.
He had a crave case, so I was really going.
Oh, God.
No, my friend actually pressured me into it.
What?
Yeah.
Are y'all still friends?
Yeah, that's my best friend. She's us, but like you know,
Not
how-
me.
It's
no, it's
me.
not toxic. But you know how you
It's
have
not
those friends, because now the older I get, I know who I can call for certain things. Like if I want to just have like a sensible, like right now at 26, if I want to have a night out, like my idea of a night out, I'm calling y'all. This person that I had the threesome with, I'm not calling her because she's not gonna have me home until sunup. She's gonna have me
she's
doing
that
wild shit. Like it's just gonna be wild. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
wild time, and I don't have that energy in me anymore.
All my craziest stories
are
was
with her. She's
Like-
a psycho. She's a psychopath, but I love her. I've been knowing her all my life. She's fantastic. But she talked me into it, and I was just like, you know what, cool. But it wasn't fun. It
So
wasn't
did
a good
You and
time.
her, did you guys fool around?
You're laughing.
Yeah. Did we do what?
Did you guys mess around?
Yes.
So how was it?
We had more sex, her and I, than we did with him because he was. But it
So
wasn't
this
his
is your
fault.
best friend, and y'all
Yeah.
still have sex together?
No,
now?
not today.
Y'all been carrying this out the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Not
Like this be bored, girl.
Now you start.
Yeah.
Ew. No, you're starting rumors about me. No, we used to have sex when we were young. You know.
Did you guys get feelings? Like,
No.
It was
'cause
strictly.
yeah, because that's my best friend. That sounds fucked up. There
Yeah,
are
'cause I'm
no,
like-
because there are girls that exist like that. And every time I see memes about that, especially on Tumblr, you be seeing those
Yeah.
Tumblr memes, and it's just like I don't like
We
that.
like nasty stuff on Tumblr.
Yeah, me and her, we bond on that.
We don't have sex though.
Yeah, you
not
gotta make
the
that
friend.
clear.
I'm not the friend.
So,
We
but it was
just
Aja.
send each
So
other
it was
things.
Aja.
We just send each other things.
No, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about it. I'll tell you everything. But anywho,
The viewers want to know.
no, for me, I would definitely allow my partner to choose the person because I just would chalk it up to it not being for me at all. So you pick the
Okay.
person as long as the person is clean. And if it's a guy, if you want it to be a guy, you two also have to interact. Because if you don't, then it's a train. If y'all don't touch or kiss,
I don't think your guy
Come
would bring
on
back
the
a guy.
train.
I think I
And
do
ride
fuck
it.
with guys who would bring
Come
a guy
on,
back.
train.
Hey,
and ride it.
No, I would have a threesome with 2 guys, but they gotta interact. Because if
They just
that's
gonna
a
be
threesome,
playing with each other's nipples.
no, y'all
They gonna be like, oh, we ain't touching.
But keep your hand down.
Like, stop looking up here, bitch.
Stop looking
dapping up the whole time. No, I want to see genitals to lips. I want to see kissing. I want to see deep kissing. Even if you don't suck
They
dick.
gotta be in love.
No, deep kissing. No, because not everybody sucks dick. But y'all gonna kiss or do something, or else that shit dead. Because that's a train, and I don't do trains.
That's her hard limit. Everything else.
Only double penetration.
How is Trey supposed to go back to the church after this damn
Yeah, I'm about to
interview?
say, can we go to the next?
At least it's Monday. You got a whole week. You'll be fine.
It's funny because I feel like because I'm not with a threesome and I wouldn't want to do that, I feel like if I ever got coerced into doing one, that I would have to be a part of it for that reason. Because I feel like I would be insecure about the whole situation. And it couldn't be somebody who was like, it couldn't be a chick that was like, just like so down and into like, yeah, like let's do this, because I would be in the corner like nervous the whole time, and I feel like my partner would be like getting turned up and excited.
Yeah, like this is the
and I'm gonna be in the corner like, oh, I just don't know what to do. Like I need, like so I would have to. It couldn't be somebody that I would feel threatened or like shown up by. Like,
that's the one thing I'm not. That's the one thing I'm not worried about. No one fucks better than me, and I know that for a fact. Like I feel that in my loins.
I don't know what threesome Tati is.
Yeah, you might be crazy. You might be wild.
No, I'm saying I think I'm the complete opposite.
No, I know me by myself lately.
that was Life Ain't Been No Crystal Stair. That was a poem. Life Ain't Been No Crystal Stair.
Well, why the Madrid people formed that in class?
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, let's move on. I'm losing it. Okay, so the main word was supposed to be. We're just gonna touch on this lightly, Trey, because we've been touching on you all night. Wait, no, we haven't.
Nobody touched him.
No, touching. We've been touching on other things all night, and it's taken a long time.
Okay.
So the main word. We just wanted to talk about gossip stigma. So let me tell you something that bothers me. I'm not going to say his name. But there's a radio personality who is
Gary with the T.
Shut up.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Oh, just kidding. Why did you do that? You should have just been like, girl, shut up. I don't feed into
No, I just feel like he's created like a very, in my mind, like a problematic character. And I don't know if in this day and age, because radio used to be different. Like radio has had to transition because it's a new age. People don't have to listen to the radio. So you have to adjust and like make it interesting and stuff. Do you feel like you've gotten warped into this stigma of being like gossipy or like storytelling?
Well, obviously, you know, I talk about certain stories, but like I will say at my job, we have the freedom to kind of do what we want as long as we bring in great ratings.
Oh, good.
So like I could talk about the stories like I stay away from. Like I try to stay away from two women fighting. I don't really talk about that. I don't even really do like the gossipy stuff. I'm not that type of person. That's just who I am in general. But I think that's what's great about a radio station is you're gonna get that's the point of it. That's the point of the radio personalities, because everybody has a different personality.
Yeah.
So I feel like my niche is just me being from Chicago and just talking about different things as millennials go through. So that's what I do. I don't really focus. Like I do talk about different stories, but like more of the gossipy, who's sleeping with who, all that, I kind of stay away from. That's just who I am as a person. It doesn't say that I don't know the stories.
Yeah.
It doesn't know that doesn't say I'm not having kitchen table talk amongst my friends, but it's just so much crap going on in the world, and I just feel like my job, I talk to so many different people that of all age groups, so I kind of just think about everybody when I kind of do the stuff that I'm doing on air. So I kind of stay away from the gossipy stuff. But if it's something that everybody's talking about, then I have to. Like I have to talk about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, that's just how. So like, everybody has their own niche. So if that's who, which is Gary with the T, if that's what he does, then that's what. I mean, he's obviously he's syndicated, so he's obviously done something right. So
I don't know who that is.
He just bothers me so much. And I don't need to talk about him, but he really just bothers me because I feel like his whole character, not only is it gossip, which I just don't have.
You think it's bad because he's like a gay man? Is that what you're?
I think that it's bad because it is creating a stigma around
gay men being messy and
and also aside from that though, I've heard I've heard segments on that show where like they like call him a sissy, like random shit that's like whoa, like how are y'all allowed to say? And I don't know if Gary with the T is just a character and he's not even a gay man, which would be an extreme
Yeah,
issue.
that's good
If this
acting.
is somebody just playing a gay person and his whole thing is like being messy and having all the tea. But if he is a gay person, I just don't understand how that is okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. Like, it makes me uncomfortable,
Yeah.
you know? Aside from the fact that the whole thing is just gossip. But then on top of that, they like call him soft and a sissy and stuff. And it's like, like, isn't that like hate crime speech these days? Like, what are y'all doing?
On the radio.
You know what I
Yeah.
used to love about radio back in the day?
Tell
One
us.
thing.
Who's this on a birthday line?
No,
yes.
Tom Joyner when he used to do "It's Your World." Y'all
Oh.
ever remember
I
that?
was gonna say
It's
that.
your
Yo,
world.
I
heard that.
I used to
really
love
too.
that.
I used to do that. I used to really like
Yeah,
that.
I
too.
used to. I'm surprised that they don't have that like on YouTube or something. Like, so Tom Joyner, if you ever come across this, you need to do that. Like, I can remember riding to school
Yeah.
and it'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
I used to love
Yeah.
Different
that.
episodes. Every
Yeah.
day.
That's so
That is
sweet.
kinda
Yeah.
good idea.
I think that's the hardest part about radio now. It's not like about personality.
Yeah.
Like they, now it's just like talk less, more music.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
like you still got to be able to give personality, but you got to do it in 45
Right.
to
Because you got to
60
compete
seconds.
with the streaming services.
Streaming,
basically.
other stations,
Yeah.
and people are more like. The hardest thing about I feel like it is now is especially with the gossipy stuff. Why read it again why talk about it again when you guys can read it on the phone
Yeah.
or on the computer?
Competing with social media.
Yeah. So now it's like you have to be creative and do different things. So like I do this thing on Sundays where it's called Sunday Confessions, where people kind of call in and kind of confess a story, and then we kind of give our opinions.
Juicy.
I give my opinions, and then the callers kind of give their opinions about the situation, which is doing really, really good. So
Yeah,
I think
I like
people
that.
like stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely.
Is somebody calling about musty crevices?
So we've had Musty, we've had this guy called in and said his girlfriend was Don King style in her.
Her pubic
Her-
hair?
Oh.
Shout out to
yeah.
her.
I mean,
I
we've
thought
had a
Donnie
variety of
King-
calls.
I was like, what, Martin?
Yeah.
Get out.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Every time you talk to them, I want you to write it down and send it to us.
Oh yeah.
Because
can
I
send
would
you the
love
question.
to. I would love to have input on you guys' issues.
Mhm.
Whether it's pubic hair, I know all about that. I know all about pubes. I know all about not getting cheated on. It's very important.
You know what I wish the radio started doing? Like having a segment where
He's so serious.
I am, because I love the radio.
He doesn't talk all the time. You know what I'm like?
Just
Play songs that aren't getting played to death.
Yes.
Like songs that's on the album that people really like, that it's not a single, but they're just
Not
playing.
fucking Kiki. No more Kiki.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
I don't mind it.
It's a great song.
You know why I
but
like it?
I'm sick of
I
looking at
love
it.
But give it
that
a
song.
week, it's gonna be played out on the radio.
I love that song because I miss New Orleans so much sometimes.
Yes.
So when I automatically heard that song, like when I first moved to New Orleans, I hated that whole bounce thing.
yeah.
I'm like, what is this? This is horrible. But as I was there for 7 years, you become to love it. So when I first heard that song, I was just like, wow, this reminds me of home. Well, not home.
Yeah,
New Orleans.
but yeah, that home. That
Yeah.
space.
So like I
love
love that song. I just listened to it on the way here.
Yeah, I've been listening to the album today because I haven't listened to music in weeks because I've been listening to a podcast. But anyway,
Do you like it?
Drake's album? Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I like it
I think
more
it's
and more
really
every time I
good.
listen to it.
I think it's
It
really good.
More and more every time I play it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
definitely grows on me every time. Because at first I was not amazed,
Yeah.
and then like the second time I played it, I was like, wait, maybe I am a little bit amazed. And then the third time I played it, I was like, no, I love it, genius.
People don't ever like to admit they like Drake, and I think especially the older generation, the 40 and plus, they cannot stand.
We don't know anyone
Really?
under 40.
Drake is the type of artist that most of my 40 plus people love. Like the women. Like they just like to just
women.
party.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm
'cause,
talking
my
about the
mom,
people.
Like my mother is really into like new age music, but she's into all of like the hits, the singles, like who's ever like is making her like dance
Yeah.
or it's like real exciting. Like she loves all that stuff. So Drake is definitely like right up her alley.
We were talking
Like,
about. I think today I was talking to my friends. We were just talking about back in our day. We had music that made you feel good,
Yeah.
and like now these songs are just like suicidal
It
and
makes
dark.
you very
Like,
sad when
what
you
happened?
listen to the words.
One of my friends, she brought up. What's that song by Sierra? 1-2 Step. Ain't that like a dance? That's like
Yeah.
a strictly dance song.
That
Like,
whole album
It's genius.
of cut though.
Was that the one with Goodies?
Yes.
Goodies is a fucking
That
bop,
the album.
The whole album. Other chicks, I just listened to that.
Pick
the
up
other
the
day.
phone.
Oh, pick up the phone. Yes.
Stop.
Hey.
No, Sierra's my crush.
Yes.
That's still
Ooh,
my
ooh,
crush.
Baby.
Oh.
She had.
She just
hits.
put some photos that she just put out.
Oh,
there.
yeah,
This
yeah.
single dropping soon. I want to hear it.
A new
Okay.
single. We'll see about that.
A new single?
Let's get ready for it.
I don't think she makes music anymore, Michael. That's how you said that. Like,
Yeah.
a single? You
Yeah,
sure?
I don't know the last song. I think the last song I know she made is with
Future?
Ride? You talking about Ride?
That's actually
That's your crush.
I had at least a more recent song in mind. I was
Because
thinking
Future
about
is after
Body
that.
Party?
Body
That's what I'm
Party?
saying,
Oh yeah.
No,
That was a
it's too
dope
late.
song.
You said no.
That's your
No.
crush.
That
You
Body
be like
Party-
this.
No, I don't. I wouldn't.
the
I
song
don't know
"Crush"
all
by
her
Sierra
albums.
is also a good one. She had really good songs.
Yeah.
But
She
the
had a
body party that was
Body
a bop.
Party is a bop. It's
That was a
definitely
bop.
a good song.
Yeah, that's
I
still a good
enjoy
song.
it. I listen to it often. Anywho,
Crazy about Sia.
okay. We're going over time.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, anyways.
Anything in Knock It the Fuck Off?
Yes.
Yes! Sorry.
So, if you guys been paying attention
To this day.
lately, no.
She's
Azalea
She stinks.
Banks talking about smells. So, I woke up the other morning and I be checking to see what was happening in the world while I was asleep. And the first thing I see is Azalea Banks making a post saying, I did an episode of Wild and Out the other day, and of course I cried.
Like it's,
Sorry.
She said, of course.
Nothing
She
about
said,
this
of
is
course.
funny.
She said, of course. You're trying to straighten up.
No.
Bitch, it is
She
funny.
says, and
No,
of course
it's
I
not.
cried.
It's not. It's
From
not.
there,
It's
one of
not.
her fans commented and was like, well, I hope you at least got some jokes off before you started
And she was
crying.
like, nope.
And she said, nope, no jokes at all. It all happened so fast.
What?
She said it all happened so fast. They came loaded with colorism jokes, and they reeked of homophobia and Bible.
I'm tired of her.
She said,
What does she
said
do?
Bible belt homophobia.
Yes,
Which
and then later she made a post and was like, if I made fun of Nick Cannon having lupus and said that he
Sickly
would die
and about to
tomorrow,
die.
then I would be the bad guy.
And I was
Nick
like, boo,
Cannon-
you should have said that on stage. Boo.
And Nick
I'm just
Cannon
kidding,
commented and was
I
like,
don't
isn't
know
it a
this.
shame when people create their own storms and then forget their umbrella? And then he was like,
Which I love.
Yeah.
Which I
He was
love.
like, we praying for you, queen. Hashtag karma. And then Emmanuel Hudson.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, he went
Our
on.
he loved her.
favorite. What was his Ratchet Girl song that we loved?
OMG, what does she
Yeah.
got on?
Oh.
She ratchet. Her
Yes.
lace front is all
The
wrong.
creator of that song. And
Wait,
you
I
Wild
just
and Out
want us to sing
member.
the song first. How's the rest go?
Hold on. For the have a picture. Got it. Now put that thing on Twitter. Cause I ain't got time for this. I'm too grown.
She
Boy, bye.
Now put them shoes on. Ugh, I just want to punch her in her face. I can't stand her. Oh, she.
That's my favorite part.
Girl, let me tell you what I got my Mr. Mint.
That's the best
Oh,
song
baby
ever
boy.
made.
And he came with a sister.
A
Girl,
bad
yes,
boy
I'm
and
pregnant.
with
Wait,
a sister.
girl, yes,
what
I'm
song is
pregnant.
it?
But I still hit the
You know,
club.
Emmanuel Hudson, he's a comedian. He's one of the people that wilding out now.
Okay.
But
I'm
he,
in a little
he got
bit of
famous
with no
from like
shoes.
making
Where's
like YouTube
time?
videos and
Okay.
skits, and he made a Ratchet
I'm sorry.
song.
But this thing
It was hilarious.
But
But he wrote a whole post basically saying like nothing happened. He was like, the show had just started. She got called ugly. He was like, somebody called her ugly. He was like, and she immediately started crying.
Oh.
He was like,
So you came
he was like, the
from-
producers and everybody could see that it had like went downhill, so they stopped taping. She walked off stage. She eventually came back, but she was
To
just sitting there
perform.
quiet, like
Oh,
she
yeah.
didn't like interact anymore. And then like he was like she performed the Forever 21 theme song or something. And he was like, but the audience, he was like, the moment was ruined. He was like, so the audience wasn't like
Rocking with her.
so he was like, so the whole cast started like posing and acting like models, trying to like interact with her song to like, get the crowd like into it or whatever. And he was basically just like, nothing happened. She's a big fucking crybaby. Chill the fuck out. And I just think that of all the people in the world to be crying
Yeah,
about somebody
she's
talking
wild.
about
Those
her.
be the ones, though.
Like you say the meanest shit about people on a daily basis, unnecessary. When you're not on a stage where it's coming from comedy. It's not like lighthearted and fun. Like you're purposely being mean. And then you went on the Breakfast Club and said nobody should care what you say. You said nobody should put any weight on my opinions. Like it shouldn't matter. But then you go on Wild 'N Out where you know we about to be talking about you and you crying.
And you crying.
You crying.
Emmanuel Hudson
Like-
said she was headed for the deep fryer. That was
Yeah,
for the
that
roast
is
fryer.
Like what?
I love
Crying though?
Yeah, those types of people though really truly need prayer, like for real.
Like what's wrong with you?
She's obviously insecure. She broke down in tears.
Did you see her
Definitely.
makeup in that picture?
Talk about
You said yeah.
Let me see
It
let's see that picture
shows.
again.
I love a good like genuine hearty laugh.
Yeah,
That's the best, like, a person, I always think about Charlamagne because Charlamagne pisses me off sometimes with things that he says and does. But, like, I like him, but I feel like what keeps me liking him is the fact that, like, he can say these things, but he really, he stands up when he says. He does take offense when people say shit about him. Like, he knows how to, like, shrug things off. When people come up to that show, he can look you in your face and, like, talk to you. Like, he's not 1 minute one way and like how she be, like 1 minute praising a person, like, oh, I love Cardi B or I love Nicki Minaj, and then 2 seconds later, like talking shit about them.
I honestly don't know where the fuck she came from.
I
like,
think she just
it was like out
chickens
of
or something.
Well,
right?
no, even
You said
before
what?
that, before she was doing the chicken bones stuff, which I'm not like glossing over because I know that's a real ritual that people do and that's not my business. But like even before that, she came out of fucking nowhere. It was a problem from day one. Like, how is she still relevant? Like how is she still this
You know
relevant?
what happened?
Because
Is that
niggas
when
love
everybody
misery.
was on the Iggy like hate train, when when everybody like wasn't liking Iggy and she jumped in, like I feel like it because everybody hated Iggy, people like praised her for the things she was saying instead of recognizing that she
She's
talked
actually
shit
a
about
maniac.
I was
everybody.
gonna say she's not just talking shit about the person
it's
that
not,
she don't
right.
like.
It's not just Iggy. Like this is her formula to talk about everybody, but because she was talking about somebody,
Hasn't she
that
said wild
nobody
shit about
liked,
Beyonce?
Everybody.
Yeah.
But now she likes her.
Who fucking
But now
does
she likes
that?
her.
Who the fuck?
But now
does
she likes
that?
her. So
Anyway, and Beyonce got the real voodoo.
Trey, what you think about Beyonce?
You
I love
know.
Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say you knew.
Because we could cut this shit short right now.
Short, like the show hasn't been going on for an hour.
No, I like Beyonce. I just want to
Okay.
say one thing.
Oh, here we go.
have you met her?
No, I've never met her. I don't even look. I don't
Steer
even-
clear.
You don't know who she
I like
is.
Beyonce.
Go see her.
I do. I like Beyonce.
But
No. I'm just. I was telling my sister I was tired of seeing those performances from that.
on the run tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it was the same show. But
Yeah.
now since they dropped the album, I think the whole American
Yeah,
leg is
yeah,
gonna be.
yeah.
We're all on the same
Yeah,
page.
that's it. But I
Yeah.
think she's the GOAT.
That's
Okay.
all right. That's all right. That's
As long
good.
as you know.
That's cool.
You didn't want to have to edit this anyway.
So just knock it the fuck off.
Just a close up of me like, hey guys, we were supposed to have Trey White on the show, but that's canceled.
Dang, so you a beehive?
We are the high.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
us.
we created it.
This is our corporate office.
so y'all going on the run and all that.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
definitely.
We're on the run with them.
This is the hive, and the rest of the bees just like swarm around us.
You don't see them now because
Let me see. The last time I saw Beyonce was at Essence Fest when she was there. So it's been a minute.
did you meet
Say,
her?
when was that?
No, I've never met her.
No.
You have to.
You will this year, right?
I don't
You need
know.
to make that a goal because
I
last
can
time
cover
somebody
that.
was on this show and made it a goal to be
Yeah.
in cahoots with Beyonce, it happened.
Who?
Her name
A
is Candace,
dancer.
and she was a
Dance
background
Candy.
dancer at Beachella.
She was a
And
dancer.
on this show, a year, like less than a
No,
year,
like
earlier,
6 months.
6 months.
she was on this show and saying that her goal and what was on her
Vision
vision,
board.
board was to be a backup dancer for Beyonce, and
now
she
she's
did that
doing-
shit.
That's amazing. Well, I want to be.
This is where you do it. Yeah. Let's get into
Right.
life as a catalog. Let's get into it. Catalog. I have to stop drinking. No, I'm just.
It's
That's your
gone.
life as a catalog?
It's gone.
Right, did you
I'm
drink
just
it all?
very loud. I'm just very loud. Okay. So, does anybody have anything for praises to do? Do you have a praise?
A praise? No.
Do you have a praise? Would you like to give praise to a friend or a family member or maybe a celebrity that you live up to?
Ooh, don't want to give praise, man. You put me on the spot.
No, never. The spot's over there.
I want to give praise. I'll give praise to you guys, man. This is an awesome
This is so
setup.
unexpected.
I didn't know what I was expecting. I didn't know what I was expecting.
I feel like you didn't know what you were expecting.
I
Either.
really didn't. I was just like, okay.
Aw, I
So
love
yeah,
that.
no, I think this is great. Like
Oh, thank you.
you guys are doing your thing, and I think this is.
Tell
This
the
is
radio.
good.
Tell the radio.
Yeah,
This is
tell
awesome.
Michael.
I was like, yeah, tell them. No, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No,
And,
yeah.
and in return, I will give my praise to you. We think you're awesome. We're very happy that you came. We hope you come later. Because my
Yeah.
wish for everyone is an orgasm.
You were gonna say
He was like,
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we should get me and Charmaine up here. together.
Yes!
I would love
It
that.
would be
We
so
would have
fun.
a lot
love
of fun. That's
Charmaine.
my.
Set it up, set it up, set it up.
That's
Let's do it.
That is my.
See you soon, Shar.
Yes, we love you, Charmaine.
No, that is my G.
No,
Like,
I
My
love
baby,
her.
she been getting beat up lately. We definitely gotta talk to her
On
on
the
TV.
show.
They've
Oh.
been knocking her out for no
well,
reason.
I think it's a
'Cause
situation.
she's so nice.
She has a lot
She's
going
so
on, positive
nice.
stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I think
But the
the
haters-
whole her
I said the haters.
throwing hands back could jeopardize things. So, but
That's very true.
Good.
yeah, but no,
Give me
that,
up, girl.
no,
yeah.
she is.
Okay, because a check speaks 1,000 words,
Yeah.
not a photo.
And she's getting checks.
Okay.
So that's my.
So don't you
Yeah,
forget
but
it.
yeah, no, like
And
I
that
said.
is my life as a catalog. And also, thank you so much for coming. We're so
Of course.
appreciative. And this
Yes.
is as good a time as ever to go ahead and say bye-bye. And please make sure, where can they find you on the social medias?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Trey White 3. I'm the third, so people don't know that. That's where we got the 3 from.
Oh,
That's where Trey came from. That's not my first name. I'll tell you my first name outside. No, you might laugh.
No, we might laugh. We don't.
You wouldn't.
I'm laughing
the thing
because
is, you
you
wouldn't
gonna
guess.
laugh.
What, okay, let me ask. What do you think my first name is?
Cornelius.
Okay,
Bartholomew.
Reggie.
that's my cousin's name.
We asked about you
Winston.
I'm not gonna tell you my
You can
first
tell
name
me
on
my
camera.
ear.
Winston.
on camera. We'll find out later. Just wait.
He said, "Let me do it."
Oh, that's a good name.
I totally heard that.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nobody else heard it?
He said, "Sorry."
This
Huh?
did. If
No.
you heard it, that did.
Yes. I will say yes, definitely in
Well, that's
the audio.
okay.
The
But
aliens
I'm the
Come on,
third.
well, that's okay.
I'm the third.
That's a
so.
good name. That's a good solid name.
I hated that.
Hurry up so I can hear
That
it.
movie.
Is it Mark?
That
So what is
movie.
it, Mark?
That movie with that name
The
came out
clumps?
ruined my life.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I heard it
I
now.
was about to say
I hated
Hercules?
it. When I saw that,
the movie.
I never forget. My mom was so excited to go see the movie, and when I saw the mother do that, I just knew. And I was
It's over for
really
me.
plumpy as a kid,
Oh.
so I just knew when that when I
babe.
saw that, I sat in the chair like, this is not gonna be
This is
good.
the end of, this is the end of me. This is it.
Oh.
I love that. Well, please
yeah.
make sure that you're following Trey White the third on all of the places where he can be followed, and make sure that you're following Yay Mash on YouTube and subscribing to this channel, and also following At Away with Words the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitwat, Tumblr, all the places, and follow me at Bree.stories on Instagram and at Bree_stories on Twitwat, and at A_Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati on Twitwat, and at Ajanoasia at Ajanoasia everywhere. Yes, everywhere. And please be sure to follow at MJM Kid for all of your visual and beautiful photographer needs, because he is amazing and we love him. And thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.